Well, if you don't know, you're about to find out that Paul Tripp loves to paint. I'll not spoil his answer for you, so we'll jump straight into today's question. Paul, why do you love to paint?
Well, a lot of you won't know this. I'm a painter by avocation. If I weren't doing this ministry thing that God has called me to, that's probably what I'd be doing. I don't even think it's a hobby. I think it is an expression of the gifts that God has given me that I need to be a good steward of. I paint large, abstract, metallic paintings. When I get done with a painting, it looks like a beaten up, weathered metal surface. There are no objects in my painting. I'm not painting a tree or a horse. It's non-objective painting. And there are people who think that the rise of abstract painting is a denial of creation and only is the result of the philosophy of secular humanism. Let me tell you how I think about that. I think the glory of God in creation is so deep that it's not just a tree is glorious or a bird is glorious, but the individual elements of creation are glorious. Shape is glorious. Color is glorious. Texture is glorious. Light is glorious. And so you can work with just the elements, juxtapose those in a way that creates interest and beauty and honor the glory of God in creation because those elements are glorious. There's a dynamic that artists talk about, and it's the dynamic of visual lethargy. Lethargy meaning laziness, that if you've seen something over and over again, you quit looking, you quit seeing it. You may be driving by a beautiful tree for the first time on your way to work, and you're just blown away by the beauty of that tree. 6 weeks later, you don't even notice that it's there. And so one of the things that abstraction can do is yank you out of your lethargy because you're not seeing familiar things, force you to look at things in a different way, force you to notice just how amazing texture is, or how amazing color is by itself, how amazing shape can be and interesting, and how you see those things uniquely when the object is gone and you place those next to one another. I think when you do abstract painting, your heart gets on the canvas. And in that way, my paintings are a celebration of the glory of God in creation. I'm blown away by the chemistry of the interaction of various elements. I'm blown away by gradations of color. You pull off a piece of bark, it's not brown, it's 700 shades of brown. It's amazing. And I find myself, as I'm painting, remembering how that no one could have created these elements, but a God of glorious grandeur. And that God is my Father. And that makes painting such a wonderful thing for me.
This next question follows the same thread of creativity. Someone asked Paul to help them understand how the cultural mandate or the creation mandate applies to their everyday life.
There's an amazing psalm that says, "The heavens belong to the Lord and the earth he has given to man." We've been placed by God's governing economy to be the resident managers of earth. We're meant to steward the creation, to enhance its beauty, to protect it from danger, to nurture it. And I think one of the ways that gets expressed is if we're made in God's image, in his likeness, then there is creative potential in every human being. I was talking with Luella. My wife Luella is a gallery director and an art dealer. She's been in the art world for many years. And we were mourning the fact that the bulk of humanity never realizes their creative potential. And I think a lot of that is just fear. Fear of it not working, fear of my being made fun of, fear that I don't have any creative potential. Everybody has creative ability of some kind in you. Maybe that just means you're a mom and you're going to make a beautiful meal for your family. And you want to be creative as you do that. Maybe it's the way you decorate your house. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's your garden. There's just an endless range of how you express that creativity. I just want to ask the question, how in my life do I image God as creator? How do I steward the creative gifts that He gives me? How should those reach expression in my life so that even that becomes a hymn to His presence and His glory?